Hey, good morning, First Christian Church. Uh, Maybe you haven't been in here for a while, but I'm sitting over on the side of the worship area, and I'm sitting behind the computer, and I've got iTunes up. I like to do this every once in a while, where I just come in here and I start playing some of these songs, and I just sing along. Now, I am the first to admit, and you know this, that I am not a gifted singer. I could think of so many others in the church who are so gifted in singing, and I'm just not one of them. But that's okay. I like to sing, and I like to sing because it's a time for me, not only when my prayers, but when I sing. I get to just have that kind of intimate relationship and worship with our Heavenly Father. And I get super excited about it. So, but as I go down these songs and I get to pick out the ones and I get to listen and sing along, it's a good thing. All right, so what's going on with the church? Well, the cantata, the fellowship afterwards was just amazing. I know we had some hiccups with the sound. I know that the live stream didn't go through as well as we anticipated, but it was all for His glory. And I keep saying that, because it's all for His glory. But I appreciate everybody who came. We had so many people here. We had so many people who brought food afterwards, and we got to go in the back and just fellowship and hang out, and that was always a good thing. So thank you to everybody who participated, who attended, who ate. Thank you. All right, so what's going on here? So don't forget, Friday is the Happy Birthday Jesus. That's going to be in the fellowship hall, and that's going to be at 6 o'clock. So that is for the kids. All right, just remember that. So it's for the kids. There's stuff that they're going to be doing, and so it's going to be fun. So make sure that you bring your kids on Friday at 6 o'clock for this. But also, remember that on Sunday, immediately after the service, we're going to be having our vote for the budget. That needs to be approved before the end of the year, so we're doing that. And then immediately after that, we're going to go back into the fellowship hall and have our board meeting. So make sure seems like it's going to be a little bit longer of a day that day. But we will be having Sunday school this week. We'll have Sunday night. But then what do we do about Christmas? And I know people are asking about Christmas, and we will be having Christmas service at 11 o'clock. There won't be Sunday school. There won't be Sunday night, but we will be having Christmas service 11 o'clock. So make sure that you're here for that. Trying to figure things out for the first as well. I was also thinking we have Robbie who wanted to start this Wednesday night thing where once a month we meet together and we just talk about the scriptures. We talk about life. We talk about what we need to do to encourage one another and love on each other and how we can grow closer. And last week we were talking about anger and he asked the question, why do we get angry? And so we talked about some of those things. And I'm not leading it, thankfully, but I got to listen. And I got to reflect. And there is a passage that we didn't get to, and that's okay, but I get to talk about it this morning. James chapter 1, starting in verse 19, says this, my dear brothers and sisters, take notice of this. Notice. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. So we got to go back. And we look at this. He's talking about three elements here. So obviously, well, maybe it's not obvious. I'm thinking that when we see this, that it's when someone comes to talk to us, or someone is saying something about us, or whatever the case may be. But the thing is, it says they have to be quick to listen. That means being open to listen, open to hear what's being said. But then slow to speak. That's hard, because what if they say things that we don't want to hear? What if they say things that hurt us? What if they say things that just rub us the wrong way? Quick to listen, slow to speak, and the third one, slow to become angry. It's that time of reflection that we all need. But it's funny when people say, well, I'm just quick-tempered. No, you're not. Yeah, but they hurt my feelings. I get it. Because it doesn't bring about the righteousness that God desires. Then it says this in verse 21, therefore, get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. That's when it goes on to this next part too. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is someone who looks at his face in the mirror, and after looking at himself goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. But whoever looks intently into the perfect law that brings freedom and continues in it, not forgetting what they have heard, but doing it, they will be blessed in all that they do. Just going back to the passage that we're looking at here, he's talking about all the scriptures. If we go back and we look at the scriptures and says, listen, quick to listen. They're going to say things I don't want to hear. They're going to say things that are going to offend me. They're going to say things that I disagree with 100%. They're going to say all these things. Quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry. Don't forget that is what we see here, and James is telling us. Don't forget that. Get rid of a lot of anger if we just follow those 3 easy little steps. But when it happens to us, it's not easy little steps. One of the songs that just came on, I don't know if you can hear it through here or not. I'll boost the signal just a little bit. It's called Blessed Assurance. And the song that I'm listening to is done by Worship Circle Hymns. And when you watch the video on YouTube, which I'm not watching it on YouTube, all these people are standing around in a big circle with microphones in them, and someone's playing a guitar, someone plays the drum, someone plays all these things, and they're just singing the songs. And then you look behind all of those singers, and there's just crowds standing all the way around, and they're all singing. You look at them, and every single person is worshiping and praising and glorifying Him, because we have that blessed assurance. See you Sunday. Love you guys. Bye.